Hi, this is Cindy Tells It Like It Is. Let's talk. Let's talk again about that big, beautiful bill, which is actually a big bunch of BS. So, people, as I was saying yesterday, a lot of people are not aware of what is in this bill. I've read some focus group information and it's astonishing. I mean, there are a lot of people who just don't pay attention to politics. But wake up, because this stuff is gonna hit the fan and you are going to realize that you didn't want this bill and you should have called your representatives because this thing is a mess. But what I didn't mention yesterday is that the talking point is that this bill is going to not do one single thing for working class families. As a matter of fact, make under $15,000, you're going to get like an increase, 12% increase or something. And if you make $1 million, you're going to get a giant tax cut. I think if you make $1 million or more, $1 million, you're going to have your taxes reduced by $79,000 by 2027. So, and Elon Musk, he's not paying much in taxes anyway, but he's going to get a boon. So it's really disgusting. And they've also done some fiddling around with estate tax. So while our country is experiencing the greatest wealth gap we've ever had, the haves and the have-nots, the rich, privileged, or, I don't really want to say that, but, the super wealthy are going to be able to pass on more of their wealth to their kids and into their estate. And that is damaging to the U.S. economy and everything, because then you have you have a separate economy. And, European countries have passed some laws to restrict the ability of people to pass on massive amounts of wealth with minimal taxation. I was listening to something today going, it goes back to medieval stuff. But at any rate, my point being, the talking point is this bill is going to give tax cuts to millionaires and billionaires, and not squat is going to be there to help working class families or middle class families, or maybe we're middle class. If we make less than $1 million a year, we're not going to get anything out of this, and it's just going to be absolutely terrible. But know that, hey, wake up, people! Know that it's coming, and in addition to that, it's going to kick 16 million people off of Medicaid. Medicaid, I think I was mentioning this yesterday, a third of children in this country are on Medicaid. And I'll tell you what, I had 2 aunts who were in Medicaid facilities, nursing homes, and because it's just so unaffordable. So that's going out the window. Granny not going to have a nursing home. You're going to have to build that addition on your house. That's my dog. She agrees with everything I say. So anyway, that's just terrible. And the other thing that happens when massive amounts of people lose health insurance, the states can't. The states are now, Trump's dumped everything in the lap of the states. Education, healthcare, the states cannot make up the difference, especially a state like South Carolina. We just don't have that kind of ability to tax people. And we've got a bunch of people in rural areas that you can't sock them with huge property taxes. Their property isn't necessarily, we're not talking about Rodeo Drive here. These people are, it's a tough life. So now, again, talking about the rural people, here's the other thing that's going to happen. And you see some people talking about it, but not enough. Come on, step up to the plate, Democrats. Because what's going to happen is people, if they lose their health insurance, what do if they're sick or something happens? They go to the hospital emergency room, which is the highest cost of medical, cover or medical provision of providing medical care in the country. So it's the most expensive place to go. And they don't have insurance, so they can't pay for it. So the hospital has to eat it. And rural hospitals can't afford to eat it. They'll be the hospitals with the highest percentage of Medicaid patients, and they can't afford to eat the cost. So you're going to see rural hospitals go out of business, and that's a real shame. I mean, I've talked to people driving hours to get to a hospital because there's nothing around them. This is not okay. I mean, hey, we're the United States in 2025. We need more medical care and more health care, not less. So this big, beautiful bunch of garbage really should go down, but those chickens in Congress and in the Senate, even, are going to just vote for it because they're afraid of Trump. I don't know why they should be so afraid of Trump anymore. I mean, he says he's going to primary him. So what? I mean, Elon Musk got out there in Wisconsin with zillions and millions of dollars jumping up and down. Yeah, I'm Elon. And no, the voters of Wisconsin did what they thought was right and voted for the Supreme Court justice that they felt was right for their state. So you know what? I personally think this primary threat stuff is a little overblown, but boy, man, they do not want to cross him. I mean, look what happened to Harvard. I applaud Harvard. You go, Harvard. But I mean, man, this guy is vindictive like we have never seen. Never seen. So anyway, jump up and down. Call your senators. He wants Trump. Trumpy wants this passed on his desk by July 4th. That ain't gonna happen, people, because there's still a lot of discussion that's going to go into this, and there are some Senate Republicans who are afraid of what the people are going to do to them. Forget Trump. I think that's exactly what they should be worried about. What are their constituents gonna do or say? And I don't know if you caught the news, lately with Joni Ernst in her town hall. People said, well, I'm really worried about that Medicaid coverage going away. And they said, people are going to die. And she compassionately said, well, we're all going to die. Just what you want to hear from your elected officials. And then Mitch McConnell, like yesterday or the day before, people were saying, hey, in Kentucky, people are going to really be, upset by losing their health insurance. And he also compassionately said, oh, they'll get over it. No. If you've got a sick child with leukemia or something, you're not getting over it. You are not getting over it. Nope, you are not. So that's not going to go over really well either. And I hope the Democrats play the heck out of that statement. When the midterms come, let's get all in for the midterms. But meanwhile, even if they pass it, just let your senator know that this is a big stinking bill. Thank you. Bye.